Welcome back. There was no delay there.
Hello?
As like two of our players slid back into their seats. It's your oh, never mind. Vice was calling himself out. I was gonna say, guess who is the out of breath one? No, it's okay. Thank you for the compliments. We appreciate it very much. As a reminder, we do all of these amazing things. We have 2 shows that we do stream live here on Twitch. But we know that not everybody is available at very specific times. People are in all sorts of time zones. So as a quick reminder, all of our live shows go on YouTube, which has been amazingly popping off recently. So if that's somewhere that you enjoy content, or even if you just want to support us, go subscribe to our YouTube for free, and help boost algorithms that other people can find us and continue to enjoy our content. And 2, we also go to podcast. Waffles is an amazing audio editor, and also as an aside, so if you want to hire him for audio editing stuff, do that. But no, we are in podcast form as well for anybody who doesn't have time to watch it while sitting at a computer, and wants to watch it on the way on the road or however. So no worries.
Watch it on a podcast.
What's up?
What, are you new? I said you don't watch it on a podcast. You're
I'm so sorry, Carrick. So sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, just gonna start over. All right, Waffles, take it away.
All right. Let's get started. We'll pick up real quick with a little montage of Moat, since they were missing from their cell last session. What we see, kind of as everything that was going down with Eisen, is Moat in this relatively, for the place, for like the rocks and like all the architecture, this relatively high tech room, probably still like average compared to what Moat's used to. It's not like above average tech or anything. And Moat is like no longer in any kind of restraints, just kind of standing there, and we can't, all the voices are kind of muffled and we can't really hear any of the talking, but by the tone you kind of get to the effect that Moat is being treated very well at this point, and during their captivity is able to learn and share conversations and information with these people instead of being locked up in a cell alone. They have power back to their mask, everything else. And yeah, eventually they are brought back, standing outside of Eisen's cell. And during that time, Eisen, you were told that Moat was being taken away, being treated well, due to the Starfinder position that they hold, and not being part of the Shimrinsara people. So there's really nothing that they held against Moat. That's why Moat was not in a cell.
Is Moat wearing a brand new t-shirt from the rock concert though?
That's up to Moat.
I think there's definitely some merch going on, but it's mostly covered up by the suit of armor that has been swapped back into their possession. So you said I'm outside of Eisen's cell right now? Yeah.
That kind of brought you, you getting the sense, Eisen, like you see them kind of beginning to move around and stuff, that it's about time that they're going to let you out. Not that you're about to fight right this second, but like to prepare. You can do any kind of talking or anything that you need to do prior, stretch, warm up, etc.
I get to prepare my defense, as it were.
Basically.
You did that and failed
This
once.
one's defense, and this one's offense. Eisen hears in his head Moat just saying, well, you ready for this? Could get rough.
We have a little bit of and out loud, because he understands that we can't communicate back and forth in our heads, to the guards, but in answer to Moat's statement. How much time do we have before the fight is to begin? I want to at least prepare things properly.
You'll have about an hour.
Would Kaze be willing to talk to me? I know he had some of my personal possessions beforehand. I understand if I can't go to the Tosha estate, but I'd at least like to get some proper equipment beforehand.
He can under supervision, as he will be one of the participating.
Oh.
There's a smile, but there's a look of course there is, and then there's also, and out of character and in character, he's assuming that Hikari is going to be the other person, whether that is true or not.
Ooh. Wait, that's a prediction.
Yes.
We have prediction things we do here on this show, and if that
I got it.
prediction is no, I don't. I mean, yeah,
No, the prediction
sure, throw up a poll
should be
too.
if
But correct me if I'm wrong. If predictions are accurate, people get hero points, and by that I mean chicky nuggies, right?
Ah, hey.
Yes.
Sweet.
it's never been the case, I thought.
Well,
It is.
it's the case for everybody but you, Carrie.
Yeah. I don't like to let everyone do it, but like I think you actually got it, or you've made a prediction that we haven't figured out yet about the.
Oh, not a Twitch. Yeah, not a Twitch.
No,
prediction.
yeah.
No.
Just like a actual one.
Yeah, an actual. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Will Hikari be the other? It cut off for me. So the other. Will Hikari be the other?
The other participating, since I ran out of things and I couldn't put in the fight.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
In that case, then I wait to be released from my cell.
Yeah. They go through a little bit more of the rigmarole, as it's like it's not just one button and the cell opens. And eventually your energy barrier comes down. They put you back in restraints, but they don't tie your feet up, and they tie your hands in front of you so that you can like at least have some use of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you that you have free reign of the place, but if you are going to see Kaze, that there will be supervision.
Understood.
All right. So, what do you wish to do?
I'd like to make I'd like to go wherever they tell me Kaze is going, but I'd like to take a little bit of time to do it while I'm walking with Moat. And I'd like to make a security check for a blind spot where I think I can talk to Moat like super quickly without being picked up on anything.
Okay. Give me that security check, or bodyguard check, I guess.
Bodyguard check.
It was like security check. What?
25.
Yeah. I mean,
Security.
easy enough. You guys can find a place kind of tucked away in a corner every now and then. So yeah, I'll say easy enough during the walk, as long as you're not in the room with Kaze, that you can have a place to talk to Mo.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'll have time to explain everything that went on. I assume they informed you on what's happening?
For the most part, I mean, there's some bits I don't get as well, but I understand the gist. I can tell it's a shit show, and it's just kind of bullshit, honestly. But I mean, no reason you should be executed for it.
That's up to debate, but I agree. Regardless, Kaze, my friend, he helped me escape. He's ended up on the council. He hates, well, not hates, but he's not one for rules. They never liked that sort of thing. That's why they helped me escape in the first place. For them to be in the council like this, something must be going on. And the only thing that I can think of is that the Starfinder Society put them there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's either that or, I mean, one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to be they're legitimately fighting us via blackmail or some other means by which they've been forced to, or this is going to turn into a really interesting day, and we're about to piss off a lot of rock people.
It's probably going to be the same on all counts, but we need to know what his game is. He wouldn't be on the council for nothing. Could you use your link you have with people, your telepathy, to ask him without... We're going to be under guard, and he won't be able to respond, but the reaction should be enough.
I mean, I should be able to... I can either just wait for the reaction, or I could give something like a tap your left index finger 3 times against your leg if I'm right, and then give something. But then there's a chance if they are, well, not how you expect, then there could be extra suspicion and questions thrown our way. So
You didn't
the
see
risk
how
if
he...
you're willing to take it.
You didn't see how he reacted when I was in the trial. He's playing a game here. I just need to be read in, and unfortunately, there are too many eyes. And it's better for me not to know whatever signal you use, so that I don't give it away. So I'm leaving it at your
Okay.
discretion.
Well, what question do you want me to ask? I think that at least you should get to know that. I can
At this
decide
point-
how I ask it.
At this point, people are starting to get like a little too close for comfort.
And then I'm like, I give a motion of like it has to be up to you as we pass by, like, people. And yeah, you'll notice in this moment that Eisen is very much not nervous. Like, you'd imagine that he'd be anxious, and he is like, his mind is running a mile a minute, but he is very cool and collected about all this, and very much like he's just going about as if this is a Sunday stroll right now.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually, y'all kind of stroll around, and you do make it to. I forget the place of the estate that you called, but you make it there with Kaze.
Okay. And I imagine we actually probably meet in like some sort of public, either like meeting
Yep.
space or like the dojo, something like that.
Yeah, it's like the welcome room of the estate. Like, you're not
Mhm.
really allowed to go any further, but it's easier for him not to carry a bunch of crap around.
Also, the fact that Hikari's parents may like see things, like keeping me out of the way for right now may be a smart idea.
Yeah, I mean, you know stuff. You get the sense that they're
Yeah.
likely not there.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'll sit wherever I'm allowed to sit for the meeting.
Sure. Very like old school, uppity, almost Victorian-esque meeting room. Like, there's like a large table in the middle. You got the backdrop of the staircase that kind of goes up and wraps around twice. And there's just, instead of like singular chairs, there's just these like long, like solid crystal benches on each side of the table. And you sit on one side, and Kaze sits on the other, and then 2 what you would know as like warrior type guards, kind of like what you were, stand behind him.
Fun afternoon, huh?
I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
Oh, come on. You know you enjoy the chaos.
He gives you a solemn nod, but you know Kaze. You see a glint of the recognition of humor in his eye.
Mm-hmm. I know things are going to get messy soon. I have some materials, and I pull out like a data pad that I quickly wrote up on the way here. I wanted to get some things, and to see if we couldn't get... I imagined that we would be doing this in the Coliseum. You can tell me if it's otherwise, but I'd like, if possible, to have this televised. I want it... As the defense, I feel like it's important that all sides get equal recognition, and I don't want any external business, especially with Akari kidnapped. I don't know if someone could intervene, and I don't want to be accused of foul play accidentally. I'd rather have video evidence if I could.
I can bring it up to Yami, but I doubt it.
Why don't you want to share it with the world? Huh? Because you're doing something you're ashamed of?
It's just gonna be too embarrassing.
Suspicious.
If he struggles, I suggest selling it to him this way. If their plan is to kill me and I have to die anyway, doing it publicly, where all the Shimrin can see, no one will question.
You see him give a nod. He goes, I will try, but all I can say is I doubt it'll happen.
And at that point in his head, a little voice pops in saying, I'm sorry, I'm really trying to think about what I'm actually trying to say, and it's
For sure.
Something. So to kind of backtrack a little bit, as we've been going, Moat would have been kind of running through optimal phrasing and stuff like that, trying to have a bit of conversation with the new artificial personality in their mask, kind of running back and forth, having a bit of conversation, thinking, does it sound better to ask, are you with us or against us? Should we ask something stark like, who's going to interfere here? Or are you going to try to kill Aizen? What? And the artificial personality can like kind of give suggestions and riff back and forth. So I'm just kind of trying to ask its opinion and
Sure.
get a gauge.
Yeah, for slight expedience, a lot of what you're getting back is like unsure. I don't know this person. I would have to see if the first works. Like it's very like
Not enough data points.
basically it's very like
I don't know.
Yeah, in my opinion, like you can load like Aizen's data in there and be like, hey, what would happen if I asked Aizen this? But it's still not the same person, and you know that. So it's very much you're getting back a lot of I need to learn, and then I could give you this answer.
Fair enough. All right. Well, flashing back to the conversation at hand, the voice in Kaze's head says, are you with Aizen or against him? Tap your leg 3 times for yes. For with.
Yeah.
He's like,
Thank heaven there's no word count here.
Waffles and I's heads both cocked to the side at the same time.
I was thinking to myself earlier, not wanting to interrupt, that like this telepathy is actually a fantastic tool for Zeha to work with, like with the espionage and like other aspects, and really her and Moat should like work together more on these types of things. And then this, and never mind.
I mean, y'all would be a super stealth team, to be honest.
We really would. We're like the 2 techies and the
Yeah. And then Wasp, and then the telepathy, and
Well, I feel like Moat would really thrive in the drug trade, honestly. I feel like...
actually, Moat, like...
Guys, don't fight over me.
There's great benefits at the Ram 710.
Guys, let's
I
not
can build
fight
drones
over
for
Moat.
all of your applications.
They're gonna be dead soon. It's really a waste of all of our energy.
that's true.
Unlimited
All right.
PTO. Okay.
Stop being right.
Based on your question, though, you watch Kaze cut his eyes to you, and he just stares at you for 2-3 seconds, like basically attempting to stare into your mask. And then he says out loud, you don't see any taps of fingers, but he says out loud, I'm sorry, Aizen. I'm just doing what I'm asked. And Moat, you know that's like a response to your question.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that would be, you would notice like Aizen's not making a face, like he's actively like trying to pretend like that isn't going on, but he registers that, and it totally clicks as to what's going on. The question is, who's asking him to play this game? Is it the society,
Which
or is it
is definitely a question I want to get to. Absolutely.
It's CosCon.
Sure.
While that's going on, I will hand him the data pad and say, I also need these materials if you think you can get it. And it's like a list of clothing and different items, including at the very bottom, kind of buried in the list, a proper curve blade, like the lowest level analog, not one of the powered ones that would be way too overpowered, but like a basic level one.
I need a nuke.
Okay.
Quick
You
thing,
see him
what-
kind of scrolling through. He looks up a moment. You have the pay to cover?
Unfortunately, no, but I imagine if I fail, you can just pick it up again.
You see him nod. Like you see him like thinking, processing a moment. He goes, I can get you everything except the weapon or the weapon. I suggest the weapon. But that
Unfortunately,
is your call.
the weapon would be good, but it would only do minor. It would only be more for morale or anything. If I'm honest, the correct answer is everything else.
What else was on your list of stuff?
Uh,
You showed it to me, right?
yeah, I showed it to you. It's honestly just for aesthetics, but if I'm dying, I'm dying in fashion. Goddammit.
Sure, the sword would give me
Oh, is
a
this what we talked
minor
about?
boost to my, prowess on the field. But if I'm gonna die anyways, gotta look good.
I mean, that's fair.
It's a character choice.
Okay.
I like it.
What is the
ahead.
situation with eyes on Kaze and the data pad in general? Like, does he have someone over his shoulder just like looking at the data pad alongside him?
Yeah, one of the bodyguards basically like lean forward, and you get the sense that they are watching Kaze as hard as they're watching Eisen at this moment.
Damn. All right.
They know that they've been friends, like even though Eisen's a criminal and has been gone, like they're still old friends. With
All right,
that though,
and in his head, you said you're gonna go for the stuff, right?
Yeah, just the clothing and regular stuff. The sword is good, but it won't actively change anything. It'll just make my weapon a D10 versus a D8. It really doesn't change much.
That's kind of okay.
It's 2 points of damage. It's like with my rolls, it's nothing. It's fine.
I mean, fair. So,
Anything to help him die.
yeah, I
as
mean, you have to
he's-
hit first, right?
Exactly.
as
Exactly.
Eisen has
right.
made the decision to get the stuff, Moat will send one more intrusive thought into Kaze's head and say, "Do your best to slip a note into the pocket of that jacket or those pants with whoever's really controlling the strings. We need to know."
Ooh.
You see him cut his eyes to you a moment,
Stop
and
looking
then
at
just
me
goes
while
back to looking at the data pad.
Do it, or I'll start screeching in your brain for the next 20 minutes.
I will mind daze you so hard.
It's just Moat in the background going, ah.
But with
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves.
I mean, honestly.
with that though,
imagine.
as he like cuts back to the data pad, we cut back to Absalom.
No, you can stay, Shimrinsara.
Oh yeah, y'all don't want to do anything.
No, it's just there's a lot we're gonna have to sort through. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Murder.
Where are we? What are we doing?
Wherever y'all want to be. Last
Hanging
we
out.
left off, y'all were leaving the bar and got the news that the queen got murdered. Whether y'all all stuck together or took a night to get your heads together before reconvening, or Dr. Lin went to make drugs. Who knows?
I probably did that one.
That's what I figured.
Can I?
Tetsu would have guided you not towards that right yet.
Dude, yeah, don't be such a bummer.
Can I this kind of like backtracking, but we've had quite a while here on Absalom. As part of just being diligent and keeping an eye on everything, could I kind of just have set up some alerts on any news coming from Shimrinsara, just to denote like that as soon as if there's any news, you know, that is relevant to us about Aizen going out, I can be awares of it.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's absolutely no news.
For sure. I just wanted to not have to like say it later. And then lastly, as we go to the Starfinder Society, are you guys taking your little drug buddies, Jesse and James, with us?
Jesse and
James. I feel like we should leave Jesse and James at the lab, maybe.
I feel like if they're Jesse and James, then Cricket's Meowth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Rick, we have to change your name. Hey, one Crick. What? He fits. He's small too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it does fit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Tetsu would be good with sending him off. I mean, he mostly wanted him there while we were chilling at a bar. Like, we're going to be at Starfinder headquarters, so we're good.
Okay.
We don't want to show weakness there, and we all know Jesse is just the epitome of weakness. Or is that James? Is James the
It's
terrible
clearly
one?
James. Jesse is amazing.
Okay,
James
my
is
apologies.
awesome.
Yeah, they're both amazing in their own way.
One of them is
I'm not
weak
talking
and
about
like
Team
Zeha.
Rocket here.
Zeha.
Oh,
Why can't we be talking about both of them?
That's fair.
Because they're opposite, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta find my notes on which one sucks.
I think
Perfect, thank
James
you.
was the good one.
Good one? Okay.
Yes, James is the good one.
That's what I
Jesse
thought.
is getting fired. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case for Carrick's notes, then Jesse's the good one.
Yeah.
He wanted to fire the one that was like actually good at their job.
Yeah,
Yes.
actively,
That's
actively
true.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jesse's good at their job. James
James is
is
the
But a
one
bad
that got
person.
intimidated by Zeha.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
All right, what are y'all doing?
I think Zeha is going to be stressed upon the news and kind of just like visibly though, which she doesn't usually. Yeah, of course she's stressed. I saw Mystic's reaction, like, oh really? So
Shock.
she's kind of like distracted a little bit in the sense that she is on her phone a lot. Probably not telling you guys what she's messaging as she heads towards the Starfinder. But for Waffles' sake, she is messaging the Ramsenten. And probably at this point, after the agreement, in more direct contact with Tia or Teo.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just you want to like roleplay messages out, or just like an overall tone of like, hey, yo, like this news came up. I'm trying to get back soon, et cetera, like.
I guess it would just more be like, heard the news, getting an idea of, you know, the status here. Keep me appraised of the status there. So basically, I want to know what the Ramsam-10 is thinking about this news and that kind of stuff. But I assume that will come later, not right now.
Sure. Yeah, she says that she'll keep you appraised of the status. Probably an hour later, whenever that comes up during roleplay, or you think it comes up, your mom will send you a message and say that your time is coming up.
Okay.
And like, you know, you still got like a month and a half, and like, so that's her like responding to the news, you imagine.
Yes. Perfect. And then otherwise she's just like searching the news on her like data pad, and just anything that's suspicious she wants to note, in the sense that, because correct me if I'm wrong, but you said last time that like the proof of the news that was announced was like a bloody necklace or something like that, which to
yeah, I I was trying. I was being
nice.
PC on camera and voice. I said, "You see a bloody necklace," and then I said the words like, and they show like some legit proof that she's
Okay.
dead. But
Okay,
I'm
never
not
mind.
going to go into those details.
Got it. Then never mind.
Photoshop.
I mean deepfakes, but still.
I mean, if you want to go that route, go for it.
No. That's fine.
It's all a conspiracy. Queen hasn't been kidnapped.
But
I mean, if you want to, you can make a computer's check, like based on the video that you saw, and like I can tell you like how true you think it is, because like all jokes aside, that is a possibility.
17.
But there's also things that they can do to like show it's not a fake.
okay, so instead, actually, because you gave us all a little boon, which, if I believe for a swift action, once per day, allows me to, during reconnaissance or information gathering that has to do with networks like computers, I can erase my footprint left on the network. So what I think I'd like to do is make that computer's check, and activate this and erase any record of me. And basically I want to like deep search what like any mercenary networks that might be discussing this from Castroville, or any unique point of view or information I can get about the information.
Okay, give me one of this. You said two things: mercenaries and unique point of view. You can't erase your footprint on both.
Probably if I think I can do it, like I just wasn't sure what's plausible, then mercenary networks from Castroville.
Okay. I'll tell you it'll be a harder computer check, but you definitely think it's possible.
Okay. Is that like, should I do this at the Starfinder, or should I like just do this as I go?
You can just do it as you go. I mean, wherever you do it, it doesn't like you have access to computers in random places, whether it's a freaking internet cafe or whatever. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
all right, give me that check.
Computers check. Oh wait.
There is one thing I want to do on the wall.
For sure. Let's take care of this first.
Yeah.
This is where I get confused, because this is gathering information.
Sure.
It's the same mod, so I'm just curious, does that mean it's culture for me in this sense, or is that only for people?
I think that's only versus diplomacy. Like you're having to use the computer to search.
Okay.
And like culture is you being able to like read somebody's like mannerisms in a cultural way, you know.
Okay. Look, it's very confusing sometimes.
Yeah. It's something we created. All right, we're getting it.
26.
Okay. What'd you have, Tetsu?
Oh,
17.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 17.
Okay. Tetsu, you can't really find anything. You're giving the video a good look over. Looks real enough. It'd be hard for them to fake a video of that type. Like all the little minutia of it, where they have the time ticking, et cetera. They have like there's just, I'm not gonna go into it.
There's no red flags.
No, there's no red flags. It's like, oh, like this is fake, et cetera. And you knowing like your background, this is about the timeline that they would just cut loose ends.
Yeah.
Zeha, you're giving a good search of different networks and stuff, and through some various like backdoors and different routes, you can't find much on the murder, which that in itself is information. It leads you to believe that like maybe these people aren't directly tied to mercenary groups, like big mercenary groups like the Black Butterfly or something. What you do find is a encrypted thread of communications that signifies that the invasion of Castroville is going to move to the next place soon.
The next place.
Yeah, and like you keep searching like deeper and deeper, and you can't get more than the next place. They use random words. You're putting all the random words together, but they mean nothing to you. It's like, yeah, we're gonna go get blue next, and then they use red, and then they use purple. Like basically, you find out that a color signifies the next place, but it's literally random colors.
Okay. I might.
You don't think it's a puzzle to put together even. Like it's literally just it was an attempt at a code while it's encrypted, and you were able to put that together with your good check.
Okay. Interesting. My prediction, out of character.
Okay.
I have one too.
Vying for hero points.
Given the fact that we know of another push to move to another location by the Adari, is that those are one and the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not that it's the Adari, but it's wherever the Adari is going.
Sure. If y'all are wrong with all these predictions, do I get a hero point?
No.
No.
Sure. Yeah. I'm up for
I'd
it.
say they lose a hero point.
No. Also
No,
not
so,
that.
so if we get a hero point if we're right, and you lose a hero point if we're wrong.
Sure, that
Okay.
works. Yeah, that works.
All right. I currently have 9,909 hero points.
I worry that it's Absalom.
Okay.
I feel like
You said you
Absalom
wanted-
is the jewel. They need to go there last, probably.
Dun, dun, dun.
You said you have something to do on the walk, Tetsu?
Yeah, as we're kind of walking and Tetsu's like kind of brooding along the walk, he'll look over at Isaac, or not. Keep saying Isaac.
Oh, wow.
Ghost of
Dr.
Isaac.
Lin.
What a telescope.
Dr.
I
know.
see. You
Dr.
wish I
Lin.
wasn't here.
That's true. And he'll look to Dr. Lin and go, "Are you in contact with the butterfly easily?"
Minimally, and I would prefer to keep it that way. Why?
Is he in your phone?
I mean,
He holds out his hand for the phone.
I haven't added his contact. It's just a number, but sure.
I would like to ask him if he recognizes the two in the video. Either they are with him, or he might know who they are with. And that
Wait,
would be
you know
best.
the Black Butterfly is like a bunch of people, right?
I understand, but either they work in one of the groups that work for him, and he cares about them, or they work in a group he's aware about, and he is willing to tell us what group that might be. I want to lead.
Oh, okay, sure. Then you are calling the Black Butterfly though.
That's why I'm holding out my hand.
Yeah. Here you go. And then we'll hand his phone over, and then point
Are
him
you guys
to the...
walking with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like. Right
I thought the
next to
plan
you.
was like we're walking. You said you're texting and walking as you go. I assume like we're walking to the Starfinder Society together.
One more time. What did you say?
Texting and walking?
No.
No, Tetsu wants to get in contact with the Black Butterfly
Black
to
Butterfly.
potentially... Huh?
Get a lead, yeah.
Yeah, to potentially get... to like actually talk to someone and like make sure that if they know the person in the video.
Yeah, the Vesk and the Skittermander that we've run into previously, Tetsu wants to just ask them, do you recognize those two and or who they are associated with?
Did you not say, I want to take the lead this time? Or did you designate any other thing that you said that you talked to them before in your comment to Dr. Lin?
What?
I don't think so.
I
Okay.
don't think
I
I said
didn't
anything
hear
about a
anything
lead.
about talking to him before.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I think the only thing I said was he said I had to talk to the Black Butterfly, and I said, yeah, that's why I'm holding out my hand.
Yeah, it was before that, but that's fine. I just basically, does Zeha recognize that you've talked to them before without her knowing?
No, if anything, I probably just was talking about. I don't remember what I said, but I think I was just talking about like we've run into them before.
Okay.
Like we fought them now twice. Twice.
It's probably the only thing that has her looking up from her phone when she hears this. And she has this look of like, And then she probably gets the message back from, like, Taya and just, like, gets re-distracted.
Yeah.
All right.
I called the evil person. Tetsu will have Dr. Lin point out the number and basically bring up the black butterfly. You know, casual as you do. Does anybody pick up?
Yeah, it rings a couple of times, and then eventually the person on the other end picks up and says, "Yeah, it's not time yet."
This is an associate of Dr. Len's. I'm trying to speak
Whoa,
with
whoa,
the
whoa.
black butterfly.
Blood belly.
Sorry, blood belly.
Goodness,
Sure,
that's my.
He
Sure,
kind of
I'm
pushes.
the black butterfly.
I
It's
kind of like
Starfinder.
hold that up to Dr. Len's ear and say, "Who is this?" And like wait for him to repeat.
Yeah, I'm the black butterfly.
I looked
Does
at
it sound
Dr.
like-
Len like, yeah.
Is it the guy or the insectoid thing?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
So it's all clear. You can advance.
He gives him a puzzled look, but just nods and goes, "Very well. You have seen the video that was just released, yes? About the Queen?
Oh yeah, that one. Uh huh.
Do you know the two individuals involved in the video?
Nope.
Do I believe him?
Make a sense motive.
Is this on speaker?
Not bad. No. We're
Guess you'll
walking in
never
public.
get my amazing cultural.
It is a solid 15, which is literally what I rolled.
Yeah, over the phone to a person you don't know. I mean, you don't have any idea if he's telling the truth or lying. You said you're a person, some worker of Dr. Len's?
Tell him to call me Blood
Yeah.
Belly.
Yes, I am.
I can't hear this, Dr. Lin. Be quiet.
I know. I heard my voice like just very softly.
And you're asking those important questions. So why?
You are doing business with Dr. Bloodbelly, correct?
I mean, sure, bosses.
Your bosses.
Yeah. And you would know this is like the right hand man of like the guy you're doing business with, Dr. Lin. Because if all of y'all remember, the guy that is doing the proper business is more of like a suave talker.
Right, but this isn't.
Y'all
the Black
never
Butterfly.
saw him, but he's a drow. This is the insectoid dude.
Right, but this isn't the Black Butterfly then.
Well, everyone's a black butterfly when you're in the black butterfly.
Right.
We
well,
are black butterfly.
When you say this is the black butterfly, this
that's
is
it.
like, is this
Not
the
the
police?
guy.
Like this is it's an organization.
Well,
I mean,
The
that's a
guy
really
in
good way to
charge.
put it.
I mean, Tetsu can draw whatever conclusions he wants. This
Yeah.
dude said, I'm the black butterfly."
yeah. Then Tetsu will just kind of pause and go, is the boss aware of who they are?
I'm not sure. You wanna talk?
Yes.
They're right here. All right.
Let me speak to your manager.
You hear kind of off to the side. You hear like,
Here,
yeah, it's someone who wants to talk to you. They hand over the phone.
Nanal's voice. Nanal's voice.
Y'all spoke to this guy before.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello. I am an associate of Dr. Len or Bloodbelly, depending on...
Just Blood Belly.
I don't think he
Anyway.
likes the doctor one.
No. Anyway.
He's not a doctor anymore as it is.
I agree. But the other one we're working on.
Sure.
I am calling about the recent video about the Queen and the peoples that were in charge of releasing it that were in the video.
Work of art, right?
Yes. Were you aware of this ahead of time?
No.
Do you know the two that were in the video or what association they are with?
I know of them. I've seen them.
Then help me convince Dr. Lin to help you with an extra favor.
Bloodbelly, Tetsu, stop!
What
It would have to be
association?
a pretty big favor.
It will be.
Name it. Or call back later if you're not ready.
What do you want for this?
Weapons.
What kind of weapon?
Ideally explosives, but anything that the Starfinder Society can get their hands on and we can't would be nice.
Now I know who she's working with.
Zeha's phone is down and she is listening.
He kind of pauses a moment and goes, I will make very good efforts to acquire those when we have a chance to drop off the next shipment, but the answer is needed now. Who are they associated with?
That's just not gonna work.
How about a counteroffer?
I'm here.
I can provide you these things, and I can also not be a problem for you. I have a lot of leverage that makes me very interested in fulfilling my end of the bargain. You don't need somebody who wants to undermine you.
You were silence for like 2 seconds.
Zeha slowly puts her phone away and stares at Tetsu like, what the fuck are you doing?
Len's doing the same.
You hear a small like shuffling, and then what you think is probably a chuckle as you get the sense that he pulled the phone away, put his hand over it, and suppressed a laugh. Brings it back up. I do imagine you could be a problem, Tetsu.
Yes.
That said, Dr. Lin would no longer exist. So, it's your move. He hangs up.
Shit, he stole my move. I was gonna hang up.
Yep.
The power move. Who hangs up first?
They hang up simultaneously.
Yeah, I don't even know he hangs up. I'm just like,
Yeah. There you go.
With like,
He
you
kind
know
of-
how like smoke grenades work? Like, they're useless anyway. So like, if we gave them like 10,000 smoke grenades, they're technically weapons.
it's not an explosive. Tetsu just kind of
Why-
like,
What was that? Was that like a bluff? Did it work? Is he intimidated?
No.
I'm not a very good bluffer. It was not a bluff. Let us remove the problem that we have with Dr. Lin's friend. I will get Dr. Duro to very quickly agree. And then we will go visit your current boss.
Then we should make sure that your friend comes to the Starfinder as well.
Yes.
Why don't you text her, Dr. Lin?
Oh, my.
Not from this phone.
Well, that was my personal phone.
Why would you give me this to call the Black
I
Butterfly?
will.
Because that's
simply
the only
do
one
it.
I had the Black Butterfly's phone number on.
I
Tetsu
just
throws it.
I just text Sana.
Oh.
Okay. You just text her to
That's
meet you at the
down the phone.
Starfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's smashed.
She sends back okay, we'll get ready.
Oh, good. I thought he pressed the button.
Zeha looks at you, Tetsu, and like goes to try to like start to explain like why this is not, that didn't work, or like you don't do, and then she just realizes like she just hears in her head the circular conversation that we just had at the bar, and is just like, yeah, no. And I imagine we like stopped on like a busy intersection in the middle of Absalom, like think New York City street, where we're like on a sidewalk or on an island between two streets, and I just like hit the button to like the crosswalk and just let's go.
Tetsu will kind of look over and just be like, do you not agree?
I don't know. There's far better ways to go about that than providing them further information about what your exact motives and concerns are.
There are a lot of ways to do this wrong. Not really any ways to do this right.
She kind of glances at her phone, thinking of like some of the information that she's going to get or is garnering. She goes, I might have a way, but we need to check in with the Starfinders.
And if we're removing this this thing from Sana, what's the plan after? Because that's like a big target on all of us.
It is.
We have to go to Castroville.
Well, that's an option, though. With some of our team missing, we might be a bit at odds. Let's see what... While we wait for Sana to get there, let's talk to Arvin and... Look at me remembering all the names. Good job, Sarah.
Oh, man.
It's 3 names she's gotten so
Yeah,
far.
whew, so impressive.
That's it.
Yep, it's just downhill.
All she's got.
3 for 3. Can't go any higher.
See the support I get, y'all. See the support. Let's see what Arvin has to say about the situation as a whole. If there's any other information to be garnered, or we might have to change and shift gears. And if not on this topic, perhaps he has any idea as to the status of Eisen and Moat.
I'm pretty sure Eisen probably did.
Well, it would be in Arvin's best interest to at least get the ship back. And like the light turns green and she starts walking.
You don't have the ship? Is the last thing before we fade.
Yes, amazing.
And with that, we'll cut back to Eisen and Mutt.
Yes.
And that's why they don't deserve to have the ship right now. I'm glad we're the ones who took it.
I step away for 1 second, they steal the ship.
They just knocked us unconscious.
We need to figure out the prediction. Let's go.
Do y'all have anything else you want to do?
I mean,
I don't
plenty.
know if that. I feel like the conversation was very close to over, if not completely over. So
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. It faded.
Wait, who are you talking
Oh, their
Yeah.
conversation.
Which
yeah,
which
I'm talking to Eisen and Moat. Sorry.
Yeah. Once I gave him the data pad and we had that conversation, I would have left. Other than that, I would have taken Moat to a shrine like I talked about before. But if we didn't have time for it, then I would have just like gotten us as ready as we could before Kaze dropped off the bags of things.
Sure. We'll say you have time. It's a little rush. Like, it's not the slow amount of time you'd like to spend in the shrine, but you do have time to visit one for like 10 minutes.
It's a shrine to Phrasma because they're the god of fate and death. And so if we're gonna, be testing our fate here, I figured we might as well try to get some good luck while we have it.
Yeah. We're gonna need it.
So I would run him through the process of things while we're talking.
Yeah. So, question for you: what technological things are your armor, your weapon? What is technologically based, if anything?
Define technologically based, like charged with electricity or like mechanical.
Not mechanical. So like, there's in Starfinder there are multiple types of items. You have analog, and you have like a semi-auto pistol is not technological, it's analog. And then you have technological, magical, and hybrid.
I think then the only thing that's technological is my armor, because my sword is analog.
I guess an interesting point is this would be a question for you, Waffles. So my Miracle Worker feature is it allows me to either repair damage to a starship system or modify a suit of armor or weapon to function more efficiently.
Sure.
It just says to use this ability, you must be able to handle the item affected without impediment. For armor or weapon, for armor, I can grant a +2 bonus to E and KAC, and for weapon, I can add a +2 to attack and damage rolls.
Sure.
Both of those effects last for a minute. I don't know what the limitations on what I can actually affect are, so I'll leave
Does
that
it
to
say
you.
like technological items?
It doesn't say as I read it. It just basically says modify a suit of armor or weapon to function more efficiently.
This is Starfinder.
You're giving
I
like
can
a tech upgrade.
imagine that you could do all sorts of things. So like take a sword, for example, you could like attach a thing that like has a charge to it so that it's extra damage, or you make it perfectly balanced because you attach this other thing. Like there's so many like
As all things
flavor.
should be.
Yeah.
It's shockingly good.
Yeah, I mean, like I can.
Get
I mean, I got plenty of what's the UBIs or whatever the general like base level material
it's
is in this world. I can.
UBP or something like
Yeah,
that.
UBP, yeah, that
universal
one.
basic polymers is what they are.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So I could basically use those to do pretty much anything I want at this point.
Sure.
Well.
Yeah, and this doesn't say you need them either. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say it. Like, there's nothing in this that says that it has to be technological or anything. It's actually a feat of engineering. It looks like, rather than like computering or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
I'm on the board with Syrup here too, where like you can just make a blade slightly more balanced. Maybe you sharpen it. Like there's no telling what you do, but like you can do the weapon or armor if you want.
Okay. Then I will ask you, Eisen, as part of our planning and prepping. So, I've got some things I think I can do to help you out. Do you want to be harder to hit, or do you want to hit harder?
Harder to hit.
Harder to hit? Okay. All right.
Okay, you're a coward.
I can do that. So,
Amazing.
do we have our stuff yet?
Yeah, we'll say between like this is the last 10 minutes basically before you go show up. You're kind of spending in between the not cathedral, wherever you said you were going, I forget, but
Shrine.
the shrine. Between the shrine and then going to the site of the fight. The fight site, as they call it.
Fight time.
The Fortnite.
No,
Shut up.
nobody calls it that.
We're going to do a build arena, guys. We're going to Fortnite the hell out of this.
They actually removed buildings from Fortnite.
Did they? I might go play then. Varsa's 16.
Only 12-year-olds.
For a short period of time.
Varzas are Gen Z.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm in touch.
Not for long.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness. Very quick interruption to say thank you for the raid. What the
Hey.
heck?
What the heck?
Exactly.
Big hex.
You guys are
Don't
amazing.
steal
Thank you
my
so
shit.
much. We're split the party right now, and half of us are in Absalom, and there's political shit going down, and then the other two are kind of arrested on Shimrinsara and trial by combat. No big deal. It'll be fine.
They were given three
It's
options
fine, it's
back
fine.
in the Shimrine's home world, and it's gonna be a trial by combat.
And we have a prediction on who the other contender is going to be. It's a game show.
Sure.
Surprise. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, you're in your last 10 minutes kind of at the shrine. You can do whatever you want to, either a weapon or armor. It sounds like Eisen picked armor. But
Well, that's strategizing. I'll have to do that during the fight since it only lasts a minute, so I don't want to do that right now. It'd be really bad. But I've got it prepped. I've kind of like basically gone over, taken a look at the armor that Eisen's got, and I've got like a couple of basically I've got some extra plating installed, and basically I'll send a signal to it, use my move action in combat to just kind of charge it and get it ready and active.
Okay. Anything specific you do at the shrine, or you just dropping by for a quick prayer and heading on?
Considering like Phasma is one of the big gods here in Shimrinsara. Like they are the ones that control how Shimrin are born, right? It's their forge which we are shaped. So I'm going to like, this is my moment, if any moment before I die, to be like, if anyone forced that lightning down, it was probably you or one of the others. I don't begrudge my fate, but please don't let my friends die. And please let Hikari be safe.
Your friends on both sides.
Give me a mysticism roll.
With my -1? Oh, I thought you wouldn't
Yeah.
ask.
Huh.
I'm sorry, there's no religion, and this is what it is.
I mean, I could
Yeah,
take
Mystic
profession.
Sage roll.
Yes. Okay, hold on 1 second. My character sheet disappeared.
It's a little too early to start deleting a sheet, don't you think, Waffles?
Oh, sorry, let me get it back. Hold on.
Getting ahead of himself.
9, and I am not using my hero point on this because, you know.
Yeah.
You should.
I mean, you
It's a
got
chicken
more important
nugget.
things to use it for.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of divine
There's no
intervention?
hero points
9
in
is not a
Starfinder.
great roll.
No, but I have a
You-
-1 with no training, so it's not.
You could
It's not that
swear. You could swear that you hear something in your head, similar to how Moat speaks into your head.
Neat.
Instead, you just feel this tingle kind of overtake your body, and you get the sense it's almost like a spine chilling tingle, and you get the sense that it's a way to say, I didn't send the lightning bolt down.
Diabetes.
Ooh.
Interesting.
But that's all you can get. And
Okay.
You know that if you had rolled better than a 9, you might have heard something, but no, well, here we are.
Rip.
Look, Eisen is starting to be religious, but like it's not his like jam. So
Mhm.
even getting that was like, oh god, like world shattering. Like he wasn't expecting any response. So to get
And
anything
like, it's like the worst time to come to, because you're like, man, is that pharasma or anxiety? Because I'm about to go die.
well,
Everybody gets religious at the end, Eisen.
So can that be a T-shirt?
Was that pharasma or anxiety?
Is that Pharasma or is that my anxiety? Amazing.
Well,
with
okay.
a storm in it. Yeah.
Yep.
Just a storm of anxiety.
I love it. Okay. You head out to the... I'm not good with words tonight. My brain's bad, so fix me. You said a word that you were talking about where you were going to fight earlier, and I liked it.
Coliseum.
At the Colosseum? Yeah.
At the Colosseum, yes. So you head out to the Colosseum. What you know of this place is it's kind of your modern take on a Roman Colosseum. It is elongated instead of circular. You know that there is one kind of skylight that allows the storm to be seen. You know that fights are only held in here when there is a storm.
Which is always.
Yeah, basically always, but like when there's a storm directly overhead, very specifically. Like not of the whole planet, but like of right now, basically. There are 9 seats for the council. There are... Here, I'll just pull you to the map as I explain this.
Map.
I drew this in Roll20's drawing, so don't kill me. I didn't have time this week with my college to make a map in Incarnate.
That's okay.
Kill him.
That's not how you pull characters to the map.
Kill.
But everybody else sees hex grids for now.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
Ooh,
Tron.
pretty
We're in
good.
Tron. Ooh, this
Tron
is
the
fun.
hell. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Get some discs, baby.
That's kind of the colors of the color of the the crystals and the rocks around here. Like it's like granite, but it's kind of tinted that color. If that makes sense.
I was imagining one of my hastily drawn Roll20
Yeah, me too.
drawings
Yeah.
that I do.
Just a shout out to Roll20 for being our VTT and sponsoring us because we switched the maps. I wanted to say.
Heck yeah. Yeah, but these hexagonal things are pillars. And it's the
I have a
skylight.
question.
You see the light coming down, and then the 9 chairs where 5 of them are full.
Never mind, you answered.
Wow, they couldn't
Actually,
even bother to all
I-
show up. Rude.
I take that back. 4 of them are full.
Wow, even worse.
Because Kaze is not there.
Can we put like a dot? Do you mind if I put a dot next to like 4 of them, just so we know which seats?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Whoever else is putting dots, get them out of here. Thanks. Okay.
Amazing.
Yami is in the middle one, and then 3 others of the. Basically, you had 5 people stand your trial. Everybody but Kaze's up there.
Interesting that the others aren't even there. So it's not just they weren't at your trial; they're also not here.
I mean, the council are elected officials, right? Theoretically, like, this type stuff shouldn't be happening on their level at all. Like, the fact that they're going this far is bizarre in and of itself. Because they have,
or that
like,
these
actual...
5 are doing this in particular.
Exactly. They have work to be doing.
There's a bunch of questions about it for sure. But
You'll never know the answer.
One
to.
final question from my perspective.
Yeah, hit me
because
with
it wasn't here. Is Yami happening to wear any sort of like really standout jewelry, like maybe like a geometric shape, like a pyramid or something like that, as like a necklace
with an eye at the top?
What an oddly suspicious and distinct question.
It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh question.
Oh, I know why.
What? No.
I know why.
What a strange.
What a strange Yu-Gi-Oh question.
A weird idea popped in my head. It just made sense, right? You know?
And
No, he's not.
what about their hair situation?
Is he an
Anything
animated
triangular?
It is very spiky, much like Aizen's.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's no hair; it's more
protagonist.
rock.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they are rocks. So.
Yeah.
Sure.
Easy to
Maybe
style
one's
into.
wearing like a toupee. Like, I don't know.
It'd be very suspicious if he had hair.
They also have elbow pads on, so they can drop the people's elbow.
Ew.
But you know,
I think it'd be more painful if they didn't.
Can
have
you smell?
Anyways.
No, let's follow this
started
train of
this.
thought.
Yami is
Come back.
yeah, you know that you're set up and kind of brought in. Restraints taken off on the right, along with the moat and Wasp. So that'll be over here to the right. I'm clicking it.
Did you guys
Feel free to
leave
pull
a
your
will?
characters up.
You're not
Yes,
on
we-
the right layer, I don't think.
No, I saw
I
it.
don't see it. Oh, weird.
Mode's here.
Just ping it. Drag your characters out.
Yeah, show
Yes.
up, coward.
Oh, I just had to zoom out. That was the problem.
Oh,
Wow.
Idiot.
It's a big coliseum.
Oh my god, you guys are tiny. Look at how small Mode is.
Well, Moat's just tiny in general.
That's just
About
that's just me.
200 feet across.
Well, put a tiny moat in a giant coliseum, it looks bigger.
That's what I mean. Look at moat compared to the light.
And
Let
then
the
Moat
sun
starts to sing
shine.
opera. Telepathically.
Okay.
That'd be a terrible opera.
I like
Just one
that it's
person
like a
going
little,
everybody else going.
What the fuck?
And
like
one
there's
person
little
got it.
nesting dolls of tokens.
Huh?
Yeah. Across from you, you do see Kaze, who has a sword similar to yours, but is kind of adorned in like officer type, ornate. My brain's like paraphernalia. That's not the right word.
No, that's correct.
I mean,
No, it's not. It's a like signifier.
Insignia?
Insignia, yeah, like officer type insignias and stuff.
Can you
And then those 2 same bodyguard type people are standing behind him.
Those bodyguard dudes
was
look
it Shift
goofy.
Z on Roll
Yeah.
20 for me? I'd love to see their face.
Yeah, I like it.
Like,
Oh,
like they're all just.
Wow.
Yeah, this is just Starfinder tokens for the Shimrin warriors.
Yeah, the Shimrin
they
is
need to
interesting.
groom themselves a little bit.
They
you
need
know?
a shave, yeah.
And
And they need
this
to
would
take
be
a chisel.
this would
Yeah.
be Kaze minus the fact he
Yeah.
does not have a gun on his back.
Okay. You guys, I see it. It's cool. You know, like people who grew up together, like style
Aizen
themselves
is-
similarly. Like there's that akinness.
Yeah.
Aizen is
Yep.
much more handsome, though, I have to say.
And so much more
Suddenly a
dead.
moat.
I like that
Get
chiseled
outta here.
appearance. You know, a good strong jawline.
All right, but Kaze is actually going to walk up to the bottom, kind of like staying out of the light. He expects you to do the same thing.
Perfect. I was going to ask how far I could actually go.
But he will walk up. He'll kind of give you like this chagrined look as the other two of his team stay back and say, "For what it's worth, I will enjoy it."
You better not hold back, or else you'll hear me complaining about it.
No, you won't.
You will have murdered him.
One of you will be dead.
He nods and I don't plan to, nor could I if I wanted.
Mm-hmm. You know I wouldn't let you. Anyway, let's have some fun, shall we? It's the same as
Let's do
old
it.
times.
And you see him walk back. He begins to walk back.
And this entire time, I am very specifically trying to undercut like the importance of this. I'm trying to get him to like, this is fine, relax, it's gonna work out.
For sure.
Wait, hold on. Just to
As you
triple
walk
check
back-
because we skipped over this. Was there anything in Eisen's pocket?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's really quickly go back, and if this changes a lot, just yell at me about it. But
Fire him.
you do find something in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Can I make
note.
a guess?
Yeah, go for it.
I not about who it is, but my guess is that Hikari is like kidnapped, and that's why he's got to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking like blackmail is part of this.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you open the note very clearly in Kaze's handwriting, and it says, "Yami is forcing it, but I believe somebody is forcing Yami." And that's all it says.
Interesting.
Eat.
Okay, so we kill Yami. We take his Millennium Puzzle. I mean,
Yeah. And I would have shown. I wouldn't have said anything to Moat, but I would have shown him I would have shown Moat the note so that he
For
would
sure.
understand
Shown Moat
what
The Moat note.
The Moat note.
And
Moat notes the note.
yeah. Speaking of coat, Eisen is actually in a totally different costume when he enters the Coliseum. He has actually gone for kind of a more, because they're going after his like actual physical body, he decided to like go balls to the wall and just be like, if you want me, like you can have me sort of thing, where he is gone. He has a long trench coat, no undershirt, like streetwear trousers, long like high boots that are like spiked. He's gone for a very kind of Final Fantasy punk aesthetic of like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8. I have some pictures I'll post into the Discord of like the kind of inspiration. And in the process, I've also picked up a new set of clothes for Moat because it could be his last time, so she should be able to enjoy some Shimrin fashion. And I went for a very kind of like streetwear meets like graffiti artist aesthetic, where he's got like the Akira racing jacket and like cargo pants and
What
like,
a aesthetic shift that I love. First of
It's
all,
great.
but
It's
second
great.
of all, how dare you? Because now I want to see it, and so now we got to commission art for this.
I'll post the reference photos, but his jacket is great. It's got like inlaid LED lights in the
Of
collar.
course it does. Of course
Does
it
it
does.
take batteries?
I pinged
This is an
the
80s
extra.
sci-fi.
I pinged the Discord in chat. They will be in the Journeys Adrift channel if
Yes.
anyone wants to see these mood boards that Eisen made, and they are quite cool in my
Yes.
opinion.
I might have
the
to
key
make one for
thing-
Zeha now because we leveled up enough times that we could do a wardrobe shift.
That's exactly
true.
what I was thinking. Was like, if any time was to do a wardrobe shift, this is the time to do it.
I mean, it is an anime, so you have to shift like every 100 episodes.
Exactly. This is like. Also, like Eisen kind of got a new form, so this is like the good like costume change for the new form setting.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
for sure.
the one thing I do want to note about Moat's sneakers that he has is they're like shimmering kid sneakers. So even though they're streetwear, they have wheels in the heels. They're Heelys.
That
Zoom,
no
baby.
mechanical value.
They have no mechanical value, but they're just fun.
I
in
don't
terms of what
know.
they do.
Calling it right now because I'm waiting on that to come up. Okay. All that aside, I love it. It's gonna be in the Discord. You guys can take your positions on the other side, wherever you plan for your character to be. Eisen would have probably explained this, but the kind of cultural rule is everybody will kind of draw their weapon at the same time, and then the next strike of lightning that lights up the arena is when the battle starts.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's fun. I would like to ask just a mechanical question about this arena. How tall are the pillars? And are they attached to like a roof, or are they just like free floating?
They're attached to a roof, and they're, let's see, I would say probably about 120 feet up. That's kind of, this place is like huge. That's kind of how I expected it.
Okay.
The ones in the center are probably about 120 feet, and then the others are probably about 100, because I imagine it's like slightly domed.
Think of like an indoor coliseum that feels as big and open as an outdoor one.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This
so
is
You
where
gotta
the
be,
like
you gotta
battle...
be protected from the storm, but like they want it to feel like old and big and stuff like that.
I imagine this is where also the battle theater occurs, where like the battle operas happen, which are fun.
Yep, it definitely is. Last thing, you kind of glance around. This does not appear to be televised.
I was really hoping that like you guys could watch this and like actively watch us die.
But
Oh, guys, look,
But-
Eisen and motor tying. Oh,
okay, so
Though-
Moat has been
Should've
like
gone
a
for a better
guest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been connected to the networks on Shimrinsara already.
Yep.
Okay, just
To be fair, Mode is absolutely streaming the video feed from Wasp and their own mask to the ship over the encrypted channel that I can, and I've got a 5-mile range on that. So if there is, I don't think I would have had the ability to get to the ship, but this is records on the ship that's going to be available to those of us who have been on the ship. So there's going to be a record regardless of what happens,
For sure.
unless the ship
Yeah,
is scrapped, in which case, well, screw us.
Yeah. Remind me when that comes up. Eventually, a strike of lightning lights up the Coliseum. And-
where can I have started? I just want to. Was it here?
Behind the two pillars, for
Okay,
sure.
got
Yeah, I'd have been right
But
behind.
the strike of
Eisen.
lightning lights it up, and we'll roll initiative after break.
Oh
Oh,
man, no.
Eh.
What a tease! What a tease! Amazing. All right. So thank you everybody for hanging out so far. We're gonna be right back. So take a second for yourselves, stretch your legs, refresh your drinks, do what you need to do to take care of yourselves. As a quick reminder for some of our announcements from before the show, we released merch today. We released some amazing merch for our rebranding, along with 2 new O&O Outcast and Outclassed designs, and already today we've like thought of at least 2 different shirts that I need to make for Journeys Adrift as well. But you can go check that out on Redbubble. We switched to a brand new merch store for more inclusive sizing and other cool options like hats and fun things. So if you want to support us that way, feel free. If not, we got the Really Cool Breakfast Club through Ko-fi or Patreon, whatever you like. So just a quick reminder, if you want to look at any of those things during break. Meanwhile, we'll go take a quick one and be right back. Love you guys.
Bye. Stay for the combat. Somebody's gonna die. Bye.
And we're back. Hi guys.
And we're back.
And can I say what we announced what we decided spur of the moment?
Announce.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. We decided that we want to kill each other so bad that Waffles is going to hand over the reins of the 2 NPCs in this combat, the 2 nameless NPCs in this combat, to none other than Carrick and Varso. Bum, bum. Who am I
There's
to
no chance
rob
you guys are surviving.
the opportunity for Carrick to kill Seth? You know that NPC is going to just narrow, like, just all focus on Eisen. So strange. That's so weird.
Listen. It's just for legal reasons that I just gotta put the dog down.
I'm looking forward to critting him twice and just taking him off the board in round 1.
You'll never reach me.
And Carrick has just Venmo'd me $5 to actually do the exact same thing.
Oh, wow.
So sorry,
man.
I don't
but-
think you were supposed to share that publicly.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
fine,
it says
I don't
don't.
care.
Don't
Yeah,
read
no,
this
it's-
on Twitch. That's so weird.
We're actually live. Hold on.
Oh, shit, crap.
Cut the mic.
Hot mic.
Take him down, take him down!
But Waffles will be the one playing our named PC for secretive GMing reasons.
Yeah. That, and I will also throw out there that I reserve the right to. I'm not gonna like take y'all's turns away from you, but like important decision. Like if you say, "Oh, the character runs up and doesn't kill Eisen" or something.
No,
like,
for
I
sure.
reserve the
You
right
have
to
the
say it
narrative
and say,
rights.
No.
Absolutely.
Waffles, if I ever say that, I'm struck by a disease and I need help.
Please call
Medical attention
poison
is
control.
necessary.
The opposite also works.
Gotcha.
That's
All right.
the rules.
All right. Well,
Get to roll initiative.
yeah. With that,
Huh?
I've rolled Kaze, so everyone roll initiative on your character.
See what I talked about, Coop? A 9. There you go.
Oh,
Give me that initiative.
The yeah, that would be great if I didn't roll a 5.
He might just have to drop 1 space, so not horrible, right?
y'all are good at this.
So good.
26. All right.
Ooh, crazy.
Woo!
Y'all.
Hey, you guys
Yeah,
are dead.
hell
roll those,
man.
rolls,
Not my
roll those
fault.
rolls now. Get out of here.
Yeah. When we roll a
Oh,
9
it's
and a
just
5,
getting
at this
started.
point, it's like good that you rolled very high because
Yeah, but
it
we're
doesn't
not
mean anything.
scared.
Oh, by the
It
way,
doesn't-
for your guys' roles, they're not public on Roll20 if you want to share those with us, or just tell us out loud
Oh.
because neither can the audience.
Oh, y'all can't see him?
No, because they're
Nope.
NPC rolls.
I think it's in the settings.
26 for my warrior.
Oh, nice.
Very impressive.
21,
I only had a
21 for
15.
Kaze.
Wouldn't Kaze go first? I think you should drop it.
No. I've got an important thing to do. All right, on my turn.
It's kill
Okay.
Yeah. Shave.
Hold on, I just don't. Hey, it's a spiky aesthetic look that you should appreciate. All right.
The best part about this look is that there's a vague squareness behind it. You know?
Yeah, I know,
It's
right?
like
That's
full
what
on
I was
square.
thinking.
They're
Like,
main.
He's chiseled.
It's
Leave
a-
him alone.
What is?
Yeah.
Wait,
a
wait. What's
style.
that Mario enemy?
Womp.
Womp.
Warrior?
Yeah, well,
Oh, wow.
It just, that's your name.
so you know that
Womp.
these are male Shimmerines because they have manes. If they were female Shimmerines, they'd have spike.
Okay. All right,
Spike what?
chill out there.
So the way that you differentiate generally in classical Shimmerine sense is the males all have manes kind of like this in like traditional sense, and the female ones have like spiked crowns. And
Okay.
this is a more modern appearance of like that Kaze
That
and
mane-ish.
Eisen
Yeah.
are more modern humanoid, not as
Yeah, which is
full.
what Eisen
lock.
originally took, right? Like the modern
Mhm.
look. Yeah,
Yeah, and now I'm going even more punk modern aesthetic. Than
for sure, for sure.
All
right.
As the main conversation's happening, this great and valiant warrior rushes forward, slinging up his rifle as he's going to post up against the column here to use it for partial cover and let loose some harrying fire to let his melee man reach the front and hopefully take down Eisen. So yes, I am targeting Eisen with a harrying fire.
Okay. Do
which
you have
is-
the... What's the range of your weapon?
Yeah. The weapon is... That's a great question, Waffles.
I was just starting to look that up.
Yeah, I think it's just out of the range.
I can only imagine it's going to be one out of the range, probably.
As
but-
y'all look
It
this
doesn't
up,
say on the sheet.
Yeah, because I suck.
Varso was very
Yeah.
nice and was going to let me play one of these NPCs, and then I quickly realized that I've played a spellcaster my entire experience with Starfinder, and I probably shouldn't start now with something else.
Range is 50 feet.
50, yeah.
So
Alright,
you're
there's
2 out of the
three.
range increment, so it's going to be DC 9 or AC 19.
Okay, easy enough. I 18, just missed.
Yep.
Yes.
Just miss, so like it's not harrying enough.
Yeah, just laying down the automatic fire.
Okay. Kaze will, sword already out. You see this like very sharp, slender looking curved blade type, but again, very ornate and almost like the blade is etched a little itself from being an officer's blade. And he will just run 2 move actions. Very fast. He is a very quick individual. Run through the light and end up behind the pole on the other side of the light, really close, probably about 60 feet away. Yeah, about 60 feet away from Eisen and Moat.
Ducking and running, ducking and running.
Vars's warrior
That's
turn.
what they call
Want
me.
to.
This fine gentleman is going to just like kind of. He's gonna just like book it up and kind of towards the pillar to the left of the light. And as he's doing so, he's just gonna start firing some pot shots at like Eisen and Moat to do a covering fire on behalf of Kaze.
Okay.
So,
That's going to be at a -6 for you because right now you have the, unless you want to move somewhere else, because right now you have the pillar partially in your way.
then
You
yeah,
go on
I'll
the other
probably
side.
move more at an angle. It doesn't really say I'm targeting anyone in particular with this.
Yeah, I mean, you have,
Is-
you
am
have
I-
a target. Yeah.
It says if you hit, so
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So,
So-
it's, yeah, now you're the same as Tetsu's warrior would be. You guys can give them names like Jesse and James or something. But
Weirdly, it's Jesse.
Japanese
and
name
What's your-
generator.
Butch and Cassidy.
but yeah, you're the same as him. It's gonna be AC 19.
22.
All right. And you can take that sheet off hidden rolls if you want, but if you
Oh.
want to keep it on, that's fine too.
I'll take care of that.
22 does hit. What does covering fire do?
+2 AC for the next attack from a creature in your line of effect.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Cool. I like it. Eisen.
I drop below moat. As a free action, yeah.
Yep. All right, Mo.
Move action. I'm going to use Miracle Worker, and I'm going to activate the panels in Eisen's armor, and he now has +2 to EAC and KAC. With my standard action, I don't really have anything that I can do directly to most of these guys. Actually, what are ranges on grenades?
Very short. I know that.
it's like 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay.
I also accidentally killed the turn order, but keep going.
I saw.
Oh no.
I was clicking pictures trying to change names, and it definitely just deleted everything by clicking the picture, which is
You gotta
like
double
that.
click the token.
Okay.
To
I'm
delete.
going
Okay.
to, can I hold a action to utilize a grenade as my standard action?
Yeah,
holding
it's a
actions
strike. It's a
working.
ranged strike, so yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to hold a sticky bomb grenade in my hand, and I'm going to have that prepped in case Kaze decides to rush up to Eisen, or if they're within range. If it doesn't fire, if they don't get close enough, I'm just put it back. But then as Wasp's action, since I no longer need to use my movement to control Wasp for it to have multiple actions, Wasp is going to use Shot on the Run in order to move. I believe I need to check on the speed.
So one thing you could do, because I have my armor on that has the chassis, if you want to get closer, you can just get on me, and I can get you closer.
They used their move action for their previous thing for
Oh,
your weapon.
yes, that's true.
Yep.
Well, they could use their action to move
Instead of the grenade, yeah.
Yes, so just.
By the way, I've decided I'm going to be useful in this combat by looking things up. Just ask me
good.
whatever you want looked
I
up.
like it. I'm about to crit a couple of times, so get ready
Yeah.
for the cards.
Oh, I got those right here. Whenever you need them, baby.
Make sure you put a slashing one on the top.
Sure, I got you. I got you. Venmo
Sarah,
me,
can
but
you
you know.
Do me a favor, double check charge. Does it double your movement, or is it more than that? When you
Getting
charge?
put
I'm
to
pretty
use
sure
already. Let's
It
go.
doubles your movement.
I'm almost certain it doubles.
Yeah,
It
it's
doubles
just
your
double.
movement.
Excuse
I
me,
know
Waffles? He asked me to look it up. No, I believe you.
I know that one.
Double your speed and make a melee attack at the end of your movement. You can draw a weapon during your charge attack if your BB is +1. Bam.
You make the attack at what? A minus anything? Or?
Oh, you want me to read some more?
It's a -4, I believe.
Charging
just
carries tight restrictions on how you can move. You must move at least 10 feet, and all movement must be directly towards the designated opponent. I'll get there. Though diamond movement is allowed, you must have a clear path towards the opponent. Wow, I can't say the word opponent. To the guy. And you must move to the space closest to your starting square from which you can attack the opponent. So you can't, like, go around, basically. If the space is occupied or blocked, you can't charge. If any line from your starting space to the ending space passes through a square that blocks movement, slow movement, or contains a creature, you can't charge.
Fight us, coward.
Under normal conditions, that is.
You do take a -2 penalty to the attack roll and a -2 penalty to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Yes, go ahead and charge.
Under normal conditions, yes. All of
You
those things
should
apply.
charge. Under normal conditions. Islands isn't normal, apparently.
Well, thank goodness Soldier isn't one of the classes that grant abilities that modify attacks made on charges.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we might have a
Goodness.
problem.
Most soldiers aren't normal.
Learn the rules and then
Whose
break.
turn is it?
What's the plan? Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
think
Is
it's
Mo-
Isaac.
It's mine. I was still talking about what Wasp was doing.
Oh, God.
So Wasp moved 20 feet to get to this point. Is going to use Shot on the Run to fire a cupric ionizer at Kaze, trying to get as good of a line as it can.
All right,
And then
he's gonna
once
have
it
a +2
is-
to this.
He's got +2 to that, and then
Yeah.
the range. I forget how range increments work, but I think it's gonna be -1 because the range on the ionizer is 30 feet. So, so it'll be -1 for me, and then +2 to him. But then after that, Wasp is going to bend around the corner of this pillar to finish the turn, and then raise a little bit in the air. with the
Okay.
last 10 feet.
So cumulative -4. Give me the shot.
15, so 11.
Yeah, his AC is not 11. I'll say that.
Wow, really shocking, honestly.
Fair enough.
Dang, really? This guy's strong.
Yeah, that is a miss. It hits the pillar, pew, like just smack in the middle of the pillar. Eisen.
I'm going to, without even drawing my sword, take a step forward and be like, Moat, try to keep in cover. If you need help, I'll come and find you. And in a moment, I will begin to swirl my arms and go running, and go past the pillar in one solid motion, as I swirl and try to slice Kaze with a flowing torrent charging attack. I will-
Okay.
Flowing torrent.
What he's saying is, get wrecked.
Yeah. Bring it. Bring it. Charge him. Be where you want. Fight.
Let's see here. Sorry, my sheet is weird, and it's like the buttons for attacks and like skills are blanked out, so I have to kind of blindly click until I can find the ones with the weapons.
You're always
super-
blindly clicking.
This music's popping up.
Oh, 18.
But he's got increased AC.
All right, you keep it at 18.
And it's a -2 to your attack.
No, it's not. Read the
He has a
form.
special thing.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a cool soldier.
Actually, I rolled a 5 on the dice, so yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right.
Oh, here, chicky
That
nuggy.
one.
I guess that
Shame
makes
about
the
that
hero
damage,
point.
though.
Get that chicky nuggy.
Better.
Oh,
31.
yeah.
31.
That should do it.
A
Just
29
narrowly
will
missed.
hit.
Oh.
Because of the -2 because of the herring fire.
Yep.
Right.
So
Or the cover fire, right?
No, my cover fire was only for a single attack, and that was
That was Wasp.
Wasp.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Easy.
Then yes, a 31 will hit.
and then +2 because of drawing my sword during the attack causes the shockwave effect. So 15 damage total.
What type is it? The normal damage?
Yeah, it's 15. It's slashing.
Just 15 slashing. Gotcha.
Since this is the first time
He's
we're using
immune
our
to
chicky nuggy live, I'm gonna tease verbally what I teased in chat already, which is that as phase 2 of our rebranding, we're getting new Twitch emotes, y'all. So look forward to that because we recently saw some of it and it's amazing. And it may or may not have to do with chicky nuggies. Huh.
Also, as part of the rebrand, I'll tease this because all of y'all are amazing and support us so hard. We got like 3 emotes right now. I'm pretty sure we're venturing on the side of like 10 plus.
Oh yeah. We're doing this right. This could be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Okay, it is Johnson the Pebble Dwayne's turn.
Before they shoot, because the two of us are crossing swords right now, my close combat activates. So my AC is 22 currently.
Okay.
That's
For everybody or for ranged attacks?
For ranged attacks. Kaze can
Okay.
still hit me, but ranged
For sure.
attacks.
Yes, one of they're not. It's not Dwayne the Pebble Johnson. It's one of them is Dwayne and the other is Johnson.
Well,
Yes.
Carrick's named this guy
Oh.
Johnson the Pebble Dwayne.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
mine
and
is
Dwayne the
named
Crystal.
Dwayne the Crystal Johnson.
Oh
Oh,
my.
okay.
Yeah, we often get
Make
mixed
sure you-
up.
make sure
That's
you get
why
it
we get
straight.
assigned together.
Yeah. They're like, all right, just put the those two.
The Johnsons together.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
No, I'm not.
All right, Carrick.
So yes.
Yeah, you see Kaze attempting to block it, gets slashed a little bit. Shoots a look back towards y'all that is basically saying, stick to the plan, and
Yeah.
obviously you can do anything else you want. So, like
Yep.
he also trusts what you're doing. So
Oh,
Yep.
the plan.
So
What's that?
I'm moving up. I'm going to continue moving up, and I'm going to continue focusing fire for now as I'm getting closer. I'm going to do another harrying fire. It's AC 15 I'm going against. I assume I take a +2 to that from being firing into cover or into melee.
only because of his thing. There's no cover.
Right.
So like Starfinder's weird, and it's not firing into melee, but because of his AC boost when he's in
Gotcha.
melee.
All right, and then plus it's 1 increment outside, so that's
Yep.
1 additional AC
Yep.
to him.
So it'll be 19 again.
Natural 20. I wished I
Nice.
had attacked.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, wait.
That doesn't.
Wait.
No, it doesn't do anything.
No, it's a
It doesn't
special
do
thing.
anything.
It doesn't do anything.
He's just harrying fire.
But
So
what if
It's
I wanted
just-
to? What if,
I
would
know, I
love to.
wanted it to too.
what if I squished this?
I know.
Coulda
But
just killed
it
him.
definitely succeeds. I know.
No, it's fine.
I'll save it
Just-
for the killing blow.
Yeah, just roll it again.
what does harrying fire do?
So it's +2 to attack. The next attack against that creature, so plus
Beautiful.
2 against Eisen.
I got really excited because I
You get
thought I had a question to look up, but no, it's fine. It's fine, Carrick.
No.
I didn't want to look it up anyways.
I'm sorry, I'm prepared.
All right. It's now Kaze's turn. This beautiful ornate sword.
Get it.
He brandishes it for a second, grabs a stance with it kind of over his shoulder, and then takes 2 slices full attack at you.
Get wrecked.
He is going to have the first one. I think it has to be the first one to be +2. So
Yeah. You got chicky nuggies, Waffle.
Waffles, you want
Be afraid to use them.
a critical hit?
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Man, oh man, I forgot how strong this guy is. Okay.
Oh no.
He
Oh
was
no.
he was my like look, I understand he is my teacher here. Like this is like yeah.
Did you crit?
This is your.
No, I
you're
did
fighting your
not crit.
sensei?
Yes, I am.
Does a 17 hit?
No, it does not.
With a
Okay.
+2?
No, that's the second one. So I just want to
Oh.
make the first one hits for sure.
The 17 doesn't hit because of my AC is 18, but I have the +2 from Moat, so it's 20.
Sure. So bonus doesn't hit. But from the first one, he lands a solid strike on you. Probably what makes you block the second one because you take 26 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And that's with the minuses from the full attack.
Yeah. Well, you don't take minus to damage for full attack. You
No,
just take
no,
a
but
minus to hit.
yeah, the minus is to hit, the -4 is to hit.
Yep. Yeah, the 17's part of a minus to hit, so
And you said
All right.
22 damage?
26. He lands a solid strike across your chest. You see a smile on his face. He seems to be enjoying being back in battle with you. Barso.
Dwayne the Crystal Johnson is going to also advance. Kind of
Go
just getting
Crystal, go.
around the pillar.
Want you to know
and
that your
then
nickname
he's
is
going-
Crystal.
Yeah, that's a nickname. Name is Dwayne. He's going to fire like more just like kind of distracting shots at like Moat and Wasp, and he's going to do another covering fire.
Okay.
What-
I bet
what am I trying
everybody
hit
wants to know
here?
what covering fire is, right?
I think he said it last
Got
time,
it
but
right
we can say it
here.
again. I forget. Actually, you can look up what covering fire is if you want to, real quick, sir. Because I forget if it's. I think you're covering a person, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's targeting Kaze technically.
Yeah, like
I've got it right here if you want me to read it off because I opened all the actions.
No,
earlier.
it's go for it, Verso. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to. I'm happy to. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's-
Um, You can use your standard action to make a ranged attack that provides covering fire for an ally. Make a ranged attack roll against AC 15. If you hit, you deal no damage, but the selected ally gains a +2 circumstance bonus to AC from the next attack from a creature in your line of effect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say yes. You're basically targeting Kaze, and then anyone that is in your line of effect for Kaze, like you can stop it from happening. So like you're AC 15 right now.
Oh, sweet.
So basically, like imagine keeping your gun on Kaze, and then if you see like Moat raise their pistol up towards him, you would be like, "Pa, pa, pa, pa."
Blah, blah, blah.
Classic Crystal.
That's just cool.
Looks like
Likes to
you roll
shoot
a
at random
16.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you successful covering fire. Next attack against Kaze will be at a -2. Moat, 'tis your turn.
Battle
all right,
of
so
plus and minus twos. Sorry.
the first thing that's going to happen is Wasp.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Wasp runs away.
Wow.
Damn it! I thought it. Okay, Wasp elevates another 5 or so feet and then moves out to here, or maybe
To the column.
here-ish. Basically moves another 10 feet away from the outside of the column and then begins heading towards the fight with between Kaze and Eisen, being at this point, I think it's about 30 feet in the air, and it's just hovering here, and it's going to take a shot on Kaze as Moat runs along the other side and gets a bit closer and switches the sticky grenade. Actually, keeps the sticky grenade and will go ahead and lob it, trying to get it. Let's see. It's got a range of 20 feet. So, no, Moat's gonna hold that.
Just to let you know, grenades are super cool and shitty at the same time because you're targeting a square.
Mhm.
So AC 5.
Yep.
So even if you're one range increment out, you're throwing at like a -2 or something. So if you think you can hit AC 5 with a -2, go for it if you want. Like you're not throwing at Kaze's AC. You're throwing at a square on the ground.
Gotcha. I didn't remember how that range worked, but yeah.
Yep.
So
I was just gonna say it.
20.
You just beat me to it.
You're doing great, sir. You're doing great.
Moat will, in fact, attempt to throw the sticky bomb grenade because Moat knows how those work. And we'll
is
try
this
to hit
a
it
sticky
to where
bomb
it is.
Mark 1 or Mark 2?
This is Mark 1.
Okay. I know things.
And Moat will try to keep it to where it is only going to hit Kaze because it has 10-foot radius. So I will go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
It'll be a save of some sort from our friend Kaze.
And just to
I nat 20 that. Damn.
no.
Yeah. But it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
It doesn't do any
I
damage.
feel your pain. I feel
Give
your
him
pain.
disadvantage on the save. Come on.
Wait. Do you still want to pull one because some of them are not? Well, I guess.
That's super
No,
hard
'cause
because
we're
a
not
lot of
doing that.
them are gonna be like what if it's like, oh, you lose a leg or now you're bleeding, like.
Yeah.
You're doing an action to do a thing. Like it's not an attack.
I will give him disadvantage on the save.
It's just entangled,
okay.
honestly. Like it's not that
I'm
bad.
just messing.
Nat 20 so hard it brought in rules
I'll
from
take
another
it.
system.
Boom.
The matrix glitches.
Do you know what save this is? Anybody?
DC 15.
Reflex.
Probably basic reflex.
Probably reflex. Yeah, it's reflex.
It is
fortitude,
reflex
probably
for other grenades.
Sir,
Uh,
let's save for grenades.
It's 10 plus your dex plus the level of the grenade divided by 2.
Well, the DC is fine, but what kind of save?
Oh, reflex
Oh.
for this.
I'm fine, guys. this
Sarah,
is
people
fine.
are gunning for your job.
Yeah.
people are after you. Speaking of gunning for things, I rolled really high on both. 28 and a 25.
Well, I mean, he definitely isn't entangled, so now there's just some goop behind him.
Big goop.
But at the same time, the shot from Wasp comes into play, and Wasp will take this shot with deadly aim.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh, it'll miss extra hard.
Ah, damn. Still roll that. So that's
Hits Eisen in the back of the head. Eisen does.
Got him.
Okay. Yeah. Eisen and Moat are laying down their own sort of herring and cover fire.
I will
I
say,
said Eisen and Moat. I said Wasp and Moat. My bad. Eisen, your turn.
so my sheet is slightly off. For some reason, it's miscalculating my damage. He takes an additional point of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
It says
you
it
did
says
Nice.
Dude.
You forgot to sharpen your blade, so it's just a little duller. That's why.
Yeah.
For some reason, the sheet isn't calculating that I'm level 7 in the damage. It still thinks I'm level 6 for some
Weird.
reason.
Okay.
User error.
I took it.
So, I'm going to, as a free action, like leaning close while we're like in the moment in which like we have to take a break and like our swords are like clinging against each other and we're really close.
For
I'm
sure.
gonna
Very
say,
intimate.
yes, this is an intimate moment in which people can't hear. What's the plan? I know you have a game in play. How can I help?
He makes eye contact with you for a moment, like with your swords together, and says, "It's following orders." Pushes off your sword.
And can I sense motive? Is there anything behind that? I don't
Sure.
think that is, but
Yeah, give me a sense motive. Put a +4 on it because it's Kaze, and you're in battle, which is like your thing.
+4, it would be 16.
Okay. I will say, yeah, you don't think there is. If there is, he's keeping it hidden from everyone, including like his own teammates and everything. But you, like, based on what was said and how everything's going down, you don't think there is.
Okay. And then
At the very, very most, you can imagine that he plans to purposely let himself lose. But you also know Kaze, and you don't think that's a thing either. So
no, I don't think that's the thing. If he has the plan, I have to just play this out as long as I can until he has his opportunity. Okay. In that case, then I'd also like to take a free action to gather information, like you can with creatures for like physical science and stuff. Would it be alright if I took a bodyguard check to figure out like what his AC is based off his armor?
So many jokes.
Hey, Eisen, can you stop making an arrow pointing towards my warrior?
I'm not doing that. That's not me.
yeah,
Thank goodness.
give me a. I'm not gonna let you do bodyguard. Do you have a high culture or anything?
I have a +3 to culture. I have engineering, if that matters in terms of armor. I have weaponsmith.
Yeah, give me an engineering. Who's putting this crap on the board? Get it out of here.
26. There we go. That's a nice roll.
Yeah. Kind of looking him over, his movement. You get the sense a lot of AC comes from not really his armor. You don't get the sense that he has a whole lot of armor on. But I will tell you that he has EAC 21, KAC 22.
Okay. Good to know. And then as my action, I'm just gonna full round attack him.
Okay.
Alright.
24 and 16, so 1 hit.
Is it -4?
It's calculated in there.
Oh.
Yep, 1 does hit. He takes 14 more slashing damage.
15 damage, sorry.
15 more slashing damage.
Let's go.
Don't correct me again or you'll die. No, I'm just kidding.
16.
Look, I'm desperately trying to stay alive here. I gotta take the hits where I can.
Yeah, I should say, let's check in real quick. He is not looking too bad so far. You've landed some, like, what we're going to call minor cuts on him. That 126 damage cut, like, how did it affect Eisen?
It took his stamina is 63, so that was like a third of his stamina in one hit.
So it's safe to say if he crit twice, you might be at 0 health.
Yeah, well, maybe not 0 health, but I'd certainly be probably close to it.
For sure.
Then you're not going to like what Waffles just rolled.
It's not Waffles' turn. Instead, it is Absalom Station's turn.
Oh shit!
Oh, come on!
That ready?
Come on, blue balls.
Unless people have other things to do and reasons not to be here, we can just say y'all are at Arvin's office with Sana.
Oh yeah. If we had some time before Sana got there, assuming we gave her a late heads up, kind of walk in as familiar as I have come to be with this office. Just kind of walk in, and take a seat.
For sure.
I don't even kind of really like preamble as I like let them get in the room, and as soon as that door is closed and I feel that pressure difference of like the soundproofing that he does, I just kind of lean forward, put like two arms are crossed and 2 arms are like leaning forward on the table. What information do you have?
On,
The news.
I assume, the news.
Indeed.
The most I have is that she is indeed dead. We don't know who. Sorry, obviously they showed themselves. We do not know them. We assume they are affiliated with the Black Butterfly or somebody. If they don't show up again, then they're just cutting ties. They want money. But I almost guarantee they'll show up again.
You do know those are the same individuals that we encountered.
Yes. And if you encountered them and the fact that they wanted something for money, be it Grace or a queen or you, for all I know, if they knew you were prospective Madaloon, then they're gone.
They only wanted Grace even when they got the queen.
Quick question. Did we not put together that they were after pre-gap technology as well? For two reasons? Like, what, didn't they go because they were looking for the data pad and they took...
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
had
y'all
the
put together, yeah.
information.
Okay. Sorry, what was that person?
Yeah, they had like those coordinates for like pre-gap technology or something.
They weren't
They were asking.
after me. They were after pre-gap technology.
You see, like, a nod, but, like, he also brings a hand up to his chin as if he's thinking. Yet they wanted credits for the queen. Nothing else.
I think they're funding something.
Do you know what?
They have plans to move on to the next place. Is all I was able to gather. And I say this having not said this to Dr. Len or Tetsu prior.
You said they,
Yeah.
these two.
No, Actually, do I know, like, what group I had? Like, was it specifically the Black Butterflies, or...
The group that had infiltrated Castroville. You do know that the Black Butterflies are on Castroville because Tetsu has recently talked to someone who said, "Yep, I'm the Black Butterfly."
Right. And, like, I mean, and we interacted
No, even
with them
before
ourselves.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna
before.
say.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean it's all Black Butterfly either. Like, from what y'all have assumed up until this point, it could be, you think it's multiple mercenary groups that are being corralled by one person. Now, if that one person is Black Butterfly, that's for you to assume or find out.
Sure. Then I'll just say the groups, mercenary groups, but for our best guesses, though it is a guess, that would be corralled all by the Black Butterflies, whom Tetsu has recently been talking to. Kind of like give you the floor.
Arvin looks at Tetsu.
Dr. Len talked to them first, but I
Arvin looks at Dr. Len.
asked.
Len does not make eye contact.
They may provide information for us about who the two in the video were. It requires some trade or action against them, probably. I don't know if it would be good information, but it would probably reveal something where. But we need to find out who they are because they keep cropping up. At the very least, we owe them an opportunity to get put down.
You see him kind of pursing his lips and looking you over. I'll be honest with you, I don't care who they are. I have more problem with the people on Castroville currently. If they are affiliated, great. But I'm not going on some wild goose chase for two people that have popped up every now and then and clearly have skills versus an entire group that control a planet.
They may be one and the same.
They are very
And if
likely.
they are, then we'll get to them, right?
Absolutely.
But more importantly, these are the ones that they are sending to do the acts that lead to the big steps they've taken.
I don't think
We've
they're at the head of
encountered
the
them
chain,
twice now.
but,
No, but they are.
critical. Yes. All right, so that's all you've gathered, and I like look over, and just ensure, like, is he keeping anything from us?
Is that like you're wanting him to continue, or are you wanting to make a check?
Both. So I'm like saying out loud, like, and that's all the info, and then I'm gonna watch for his response and make that roll.
Okay. He will give a slight nod before saying, "That is all that we currently have. We are seeking more. We haven't been able to locate them, obviously, which is why I do not want to go on a wild goose chase. That said, what you do say about wanting to move to the next place does make sense. We have been seeing a lot of movement, a lot of funding, and some almost superhuman capabilities from Castroville.
Tetsu.
Funding. Funding. In what sense? Basically, she's like, what are some of the data points of information that you're collecting so that we can have like the same picture that you're gathering?
I don't know if you've ever seen a war, been part of a war. I imagine the Idari has their history, but usually people don't continue to grow during a war. You have a capacity, and you dwindle. Castroville continues to grow. I would call that funding.
Does he mean the mercenary groups, or does he mean the people?
The mercenary groups, the people who currently control Castroville.
Okay. And superhuman?
We have sent a couple of scouts and people that I know can keep themselves safe to view what is going on in Castroville for information, not for fighting purposes. There were no shots fired for your own information on where I stand. But they say, viewing some of the battles from afar, that some of these mercenary groups, as we're going to call them for now, are out of the range of human capabilities.
I nod, and then sort of turn towards both Tetsu and Dr. Lin so that I'm not staring directly at Dr. Lin. And I'm like, all right, so Sana should be here soon. If you can get on that, perhaps our next course of action is to ensure that is put end to. And I glance, like I'm mostly looking at Tetsu, and then as I say that, I glance at Dr. Lin for the safety of all those involved.
Tetsu is already like starting to turn, but he goes, "Do you have any idea what their energy is being put towards next from watching their funding?"
I personally do not. We have people running the data, but it does seem that movement will happen. We are preparing. We have stationed multiple people in multiple planets. We all obviously have our own... Waffles mind blanks on the word again because my brain's bad at words today. Our own home bases on each planet for the Starfinder Society. We are backing up as well as we can everywhere.
About this time, I get the text from my mother.
Okay.
in which I kind of glance down at my phone and I look back up. Arvin, would you be able to secure a lab? Private. Tetsu's guest. Full range of equipment. For a sensitive and potentially volatile operation. It's relevant and urgent.
As long as the guest agrees to it, and ideally, I don't want to lose any guest on site, but if we have to, then he shrugs a little. No equipment leaves the premises, and yes, I can acquire that.
It should put a change of pace, at least, for some of what you're seeing on Castroville.
May I ask why?
You may, but it's not on me to answer.
He looks at the other two.
I don't say it in a way of like, but they can. I more say it in the sense, although he might still look at them, I more say it just to clarify, like, not in a way that's like, now Dr. Lin has to say something, but just you can ask, but I don't have to answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Tetsu's just heading for the door. No.
Yep. As Tetsu's heading for the door, Sana walks in.
Oh, perfect.
I walk past her.
Hold
No
on,
idea.
Okay.
Tetsu. I will need to go on an errand off of Absalom.
Right now?
Yes.
You're leaving?
I think that we need some additional information. I have suspicion that information is going to be found, and you see her kind of like swallow a little, back home.
How long will that take?
I don't know. What I do know is that you can convince your guest. You, she looks at Dr. Lin, can assist. And she kind of looks at Sana, who like has just come into like an intense conversation.
She's kind of like wide-eyed, just that like, why did I walk into this and where am I? Like,
And she kind of like softens, and you can really see like Zeha's like ability to shift to like whatever she thinks is best for that individual, and she kind of completely softens for Sana, and she goes, and you need to be brave and help your friend. And I say it very, very purposefully, like help your friend, to regarding, of course, Dr. Lin, hoping she glances at him.
Yeah, okay,
Tetsu's gonna...
we'll do it. I mean, go. Whatever.
We will likely have to act very quickly, and you don't know when you're going to be back. Is now really a good time to leave?
Sana steps up in a rare moment of not shyness and puts her hand on Dr. Lin's, like, what would be a shoulder area.
Neither to the chest.
And says, we can take care of it. I'll be safe for... And she kind of like glances away from Dr. Lin. I won't, but your presence here doesn't change that.
Correct, but what comes after does.
It does, and I think we need to remain in close contact on an encrypted channel with the vaguest of details to be safe. She thinks to like how she she thinks back to like how she totally got into an encrypted network for the mercenaries.
For sure.
So
Tetsu just... I was gonna say, just as you kind of finish that, Tetsu will just continue walking out the door a little more brusque, and he's not one who hides emotions. He just seems annoyed or upset.
Arvin shoots the 6 shots he had laid out.
As
I
soon
guess
as he
these are all
sees on
mine.
camera that we're walking into the building, he lays them out.
Ah, fuck.
As Tetsu does, she looks towards Sana and says, "Do you mind going after him? He'll get you to where you need to go."
Sure. And she's like saying that it's like she's starting to run out the door because if she loses sight of him, then she'll be lost in Absalom Station currently. So
Well, in the Starfinder building.
yeah.
And closing the door behind her, 2 reasons. I kind of turn back and I look at Dr. Len and I'm just like, I still don't know the extent of that device. I don't know if it listens in as well, so I wanted to say this out of her presence. And she kind of glances at
Len
Arvin.
looked like he was like, the door had closed behind Sana, and Len looked like he was walking out too, and then like
Yeah.
he stops and turns. Oh, yeah, okay.
Dr. Len, I'm not leaving. I'm going to where I'll get the most information on things that I can be of assistance with. I will be honest with you. And she does have a more, like, she again changes her demeanor to be a little bit less like, oh, I'm really put together, to being like a little bit more heart to heart honest. I'm out of my own league in our current operations. But I have a position that can get us information on the Adari, and I need to secure that position. Once I do, I'll have more freedom to ensure the safety of those I care about. Does that make sense?
Len, like, he's kind of like glancing at Arvin as he's saying so, but he's sure. I mean, do what you need to, Zeha. You yeah, I know you aren't exactly. I know whatever fields we're operating in are not exactly yours, and we should probably be left to our own devices to do what we all are most capable, and like he's glancing at Arvin, are most capable of. So,
Arvin,
yeah, go. I just
Arvin
hope
being-
we'll see you before another month goes by or something.
Arvin, being glanced at so much, eventually speaks up and says, "You can do whatever you want, but you are a team. Trust each other."
I'd like a sense motive to understand, like, is this agreement from Dr. Lin any more understanding than it has been in the past? Like, is there any give? Is there almost reaching a point of insecurity, so to speak, that is... Where am I on this Dr. Lin part?
For sure.
And is culture okay for this?
Yeah, I think you have culture on Dr. Lin by now.
Wow, that is a shitty roll. Natural 4 for a 20.
Your call, Dr. Lin.
Hold on. Let me see if I hit a fatty netty 20 on this.
Howda.
Actually, I have 2 hero points. Should I? No, I won't.
7. I mean, it looks like everything you said, like, made enough sense, like, rationally, but, like, you didn't really say what you had to do, and Len, like, doesn't really seem that understanding. He just seems like kind of like pettily annoyed almost, like kind of in the same way like making a lot of those like annoying passive aggressive comments, like when you like left his office that one time. He was like, "Oh, I've seen that before." Like, "Oh, Zeha's walking out again." Like, that's what you're getting out of it.
So when Arvin says trust each other, she sighs and kind of literally, because you're like kind of like still by the door.
Mm-hmm.
She steps up and she like puts both hands on either side of, again, like your shoulder areas.
He squishes.
Yeah, squeezing a little. Which means two hands are just kind of like there.
Snaps your neck.
You remember Ninal?
Of course, I remember Ninal.
She has found a voice on the Doyenate to remind you that is not the Council of the Ramsen 10, that is the Council of the entire ship. She has found a voice that is going to move the Adari to another location. This stays here in this office alone. Do you understand?
Yeah.
These-
Why?
Two locations may be connected. I don't know for sure. But as Madaloon, I will have a seat on that Doyenate. Do you understand why I have to do this now?
Len like kind of like looks like he's gonna reach up to like adjust his hat. He's not wearing his hat, so he just kind of messes with his glasses. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Good.
And never liked Ninal anyways. He like looks at Arvin.
Indeed.
Arvin shrugs.
Go to hell, Arvin. Take her with you.
She pays good money.
You are going to be the only person on this side of things to know this. Not because of a lack of trust, but because the more people know, the more dangerous it is. What that means is, when we send those encrypted messages, I'm relying on you to understand what I am getting across and get the full picture to make those responsible decisions for all of us. So we can get back together, including Eisen and Moat, and we can do the right thing without anybody having anything over anybody's head, like referencing the black butterflies. Whatever that
Okay.
means for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can do that. And we shouldn't tell Tetsu anyways. He'll probably just call someone very important and dangerous and tell them it.
Yeah, there's that aspect too. But he has his other talents.
He has never done that.
All right. I trust in you, Dr. Lin. I hope you can do the same for me. And I'll be back.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And she kind of just like steps aside and lets you follow after. And as a pause, she's just like, where are they actually? to Arvin, who...
Arvin shrugs a little, and I imagine they're heading to the guest room, and if not, then it might be time for a drink prior to something dangerous.
Yes, I'll take you up on that. She like just goes over to like the wet bar and makes herself another drink.
Yep.
And sees if we can't find them on some security cameras and follow after.
Sure. GM glances at the time, wonders how mad the players will get about stuff.
Super mad.
And I will add the one thing, just so you know, is as I prepare what I need to prepare, it's going to include a base set of coded communication so that we can talk on an encrypted channel, but still not kind of just like how like the place is red or like a color or something like that. Like
Sure.
Different factions will have different themes and different subject matters that we know we're going to have to communicate on are going to be also themed, so it'll be at
The
least a little
tomato
difficult
is on
to
the
put
strawberry.
Yep.
If the latter.
together. And that'll be like not on that's like again old school, written down on a piece of paper, given out, and like burn after.
Huh.
We got a little longer walk. Come on.
I'm so sketchy about doing this as a GM. Okay. I'm ready. I'm gonna make people mad at me.
Let's go.
My call.
I'm angry.
I don't know what it is, but I'm mad.
Yeah. So it's probably one of the top tier mad here. Let's go. I'm ready.
We're going long.
All right. We're going a little long, for sure.
It's okay. We don't have an
Better than
appointment early tomorrow morning.
I don't think so.
That's your fault.
Don't worry, I
Tetsu,
don't
where you
have
going?
classes early tomorrow either.
I assume I've gotten Dr. Duro's room and basically fast forward to me banging on the door.
He was moved.
I know. I said I went and got the room like where he's at.
Okay, never mind.
Because
We're
I
not
think
gonna
you
go that-
told me.
Yep,
Nope,
we're not
no.
gonna go that long because we're gonna want to play conversations out and stuff, right?
I don't know. I mean, it depends how much I have to have a conversation with Dr. Duro. Like, I don't know how much of a conversation is needed.
I think we
with
should
me.
have the conversation. All right, we can take care of it next episode. That's okay.
Wait,
right.
let's go extra long. Come on.
No. Tetsu is at Dr. Duro's door, banging. Sana behind him. Dr.
I'm
Lin,
banging
are you following them?
Yeah,
like, did
Len
you
will-
catch up and
Len's-
you're kind of up there by now, probably?
Len's on his way, but as he's like walking, he sends a text to Jesse saying, "Jesse, run to the office and grab something for me. Then meet at the Starfinder offices. I'm going to need my hat."
Okay.
It's ruined by chemicals, but it's sweet.
I like it. And then Zeha, you're where setting up encryptions?
I'm getting some things ready, basically to leave. I'm setting up encryptions, and I'm letting Arvin know to keep me apprised from his perspective of, like, almost like a separate set of codes for Arvin to say basically, like, for you let me know what's up with them and, like, everything. I'd let him know the full scope of, like, my plans of going to the Adari. I let him know, like,
Sure.
all of that. And then I
But where are you?
book... Oh, where am I?
Yeah, like for all this encryption setting up. It's not gonna... We're kind of in a mid state here before you book and get out. So, like,
Yeah.
right now Tetsu hasn't even started talking to Dr. Duro. So, like, where are you setting up all these encryptions and stuff? Like, you chilling in Arvin's office? You heading back to, like, an apartment room? Like, what's going on?
Up to you on the timeline, but I'd be in Arvin's office for a conversation, and then I'd head up to the apartment.
Okay, we'll say for now you're in Arvin's office. So with Tetsu, Dr. Lin, Sana kind of outside of the door of Dr. Duro, we see
I'm
the door open.
suspicious. Okay.
Dr. Duro stand there.
All right.
We have
Before
Zeha
Zach
in front of, or in Arvin's office. We'll cut back real quick for like a partial
All right.
round of combat.
right, I'm
Waffles. My heart. I was like, what's about to happen?
Yeah, I got so many plans. All right,
What did you put in my drink?
you all die.
Yeah, it tracks.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Yeah,
Moat was off the ground, correct? Not Moat. Wasp was off the ground.
Wasp is off the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah,
Like how high?
30 feet.
Was said? 30 feet. All right. Then my turn's pretty easy, as I'm going to do a charge of my own.
Okay.
As I'm going to just kind of rush up here, dropping the rifle next to me at the last second as I draw out a crystal lance and slash. Taking a charge attack, getting flanking, so it should just be a flat roll.
Go, Pebble, go.
Yeah. Go,
Pebble
go.
going!
Go, Pebble, go.
Natural 18's pretty good!
So the +2, it's a natural 20. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's do that. So it is. Where did the damage go? God damn it. There it is. Plus 12, so 14 points of damage as I rush up and stab with the lance.
Eyes, and you feel like a stab in your upper back as this lance comes through the rock a little bit. You take 14 points of piercing damage. Kaze's gonna drop below Dwayne.
Which Dwayne? I'm sorry, you have to specify.
Well, the other one's
Wait,
Johnson. This
I'm
one's
Johnson.
The
Yeah.
crystal.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Barca.
Yeah, we should probably use our nicknames just to make things clear.
Yeah.
But,
Kaze's gonna drop
Pretty
below
up.
the crystal.
the crystal's going to kind of like see that Kaze's waiting and is going to just continue advancing, just putting pot shots on Aizen. And is going to go for another, I mean, not another, but just a harrying fire. So AC
Drop that
15 to
AC.
give Kaze a bonus.
For sure.
Giving all the
Alright.
bonus.
Alright, listen, we have one round of combat left. Maybe for like this
Before Aizen's
session. I need one of you, I don't even care who, to let me use a crit card.
Oh, I would love to.
I demand.
But we're not.
This is Waffle's job.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
trying.
This is on
I've got to roll
Waffle.
2 attacks
21.
so far. That's a
So
hit.
+2.
All right. +2 to what? What's herring fire again?
Kaze's next attack.
Okay.
They get a
Which
+4.
hopefully should be soon.
It is right now. Kaze, same stance.
Do it.
Bring like every time he blocks, he brings the sword back up over his shoulder. Is going to take a full attack, flanking against Aizen. If I
No
roll a natural
negatives.
20, we're ending the session.
Oh yeah. without
No. We're drawing cards and everything.
Natural
Be
one.
very clear.
I'm a hero
fair.
pointing the first one.
Wait,
To be
was that
fair-
a natural one?
No,
It's a hero point. Doesn't matter.
it's a natural 4.
To be fair, a natural 1 is still a crit card, I'll be happy.
Exactly. That's why I was like, don't re-roll the natural one.
Hero point. Hero
The
point.
hero point was not any better.
There's no
I say any
negative.
better. It was better. It was just not a natural 20, and it wasn't amazing. Does A with the flanking and the herring fire, since I hero pointed the first one. A 22 hit.
I think it just hits.
You tell me.
You're welcome.
There's gonna be a lot of damage if.
Well, because I have AC 18, it gets bumped up to 20, and then that's it.
Okay,
and
so
then with
22
all the-
definitely does it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Definitely hit.
So the teamwork coming in from here, we watch one of these warriors come up and flank. We'll call him the Pebble. We watch
I am
another
the
warrior
Pebble.
begin shooting it like in Aizen's direction, just like harrying him, giving another +2. Is a +4 total to my 18 total. So 22 does hit. Aizen, you take a total. I rolled bad, dude, honestly. On one of them, I rolled average on the other. You take a total of 44 slashing damage.
I'm still up.
Yeah, I imagine. I didn't crit or anything.
So 44. So 44 minus 23 people who are better than math.
21's left.
Yep.
Getting them, boys. We're getting them.
Wow. I'm very surprised that harrying fire doesn't have any issue if there's like other
In
people
melee or
in
anything?
melee with him. Yeah.
Well,
Very
it's,
non-descriptive.
no. So
It's
it's based
guns.
off of angles. It's because of the way the way that I'm standing. If he had if Kaze was in the line between me and him, he'd have a -2. And
Yeah, he'd have the
positioning.
cover part, like.
Yeah.
Okay, and to make my players mad at me, and because I think it's the best thing to do, that's where we end the session.
No, come on.
We'll come back with Moat and Eisen's turn and what's going on in Absalom. Because man, oh man, are there plans.